Many men turn to over-the-counter testosterone boosters, herbal supplements like horny goatweed, or so-called magical libido pills sold at questionable places in an effort to raise their testosterone levels and improve their sex drive. The idea of a quick fix is appealing, especially as men age and naturally experience a decline in testosterone. However, these pills are rarely the solution. Most of them lack solid scientific evidence, and in some cases, they may even be harmful. Instead of chasing an instant result through a pill, a much better approach for long-term hormonal health is to start by focusing on lifestyle factors such as exercise, proper sleep, and, most importantly, diet. Your daily food choices have a major impact on your body's hormonal environment. Everything from testosterone to insulin to cortisol can be influenced by what you eat. Because of this, diet can either set off a chain of positive effects or a series of negative ones. The problem is that modern nutrition advice is filled with hype, and almost every food today has been labeled a superfood at some point. You've probably heard claims that tomatoes, quinoa, or practically any trendy ingredient can boost testosterone, but most of these claims lack strong evidence. So the real question is, which foods are actually supported by research when it comes to increasing testosterone naturally? The first and perhaps most significant dietary factor is fat intake, specifically saturated and monounsaturated fats. Studies have repeatedly shown that diets higher in fat, where approximately 35 to 40% of daily calories come from fat, tend to support higher testosterone levels compared to diets that are very low in fat, below 20%. This isn't surprising when you consider that testosterone is synthesized from cholesterol, which comes from dietary fat. However, not all fats are beneficial. Saturated and monounsaturated fats appear to help maintain testosterone, while certain polyunsaturated fats, particularly those rich in omega-6 fatty acids, may have the opposite effect because they can increase inflammation in the body. Oils such as canola, corn, and sunflower should be limited for this reason. On the other hand, sources like coconut oil, extra virgin olive oil, and eggs provide the right kinds of fats to support testosterone synthesis. Coconut oil offers healthy saturated fat, while olive oil is a great source of monounsaturated fat. In fact, research has shown that incorporating extra virgin olive oil into the diet for a few weeks can significantly increase testosterone levels. Eggs, especially their yolks, are another excellent option because they supply both saturated fat and cholesterol, two components essential for hormone production. Of course, this doesn't mean eating processed foods high in saturated fat like hot dogs or fast food will have the same effect. Whole natural sources are what make the difference. While discussing macronutrients, it's worth noting that extremely high protein diets can sometimes lead to lower testosterone. This doesn't mean protein is bad, but when protein intake is so high that it displaces fats and carbohydrates, it can negatively affect hormone levels. A balanced intake of protein, fats, and carbohydrates is important, and for most men, about 0.8 to 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight is sufficient without sacrificing other important nutrients. Moving beyond fats, ginger is another food that has gained attention for its potential to support testosterone. Commonly used as a spice and for its digestive benefits, ginger appears to have hormonal benefits as well. Most studies have been conducted on rodents, and these consistently show increases in testosterone when ginger is consumed regularly. While animal studies don't always translate directly to humans, there is at least one human study that found a significant benefit. In that research, 75 infertile men who consumed ginger experienced an increase in testosterone of nearly 18%. Researchers believe ginger works by stimulating the production of luteinizing hormone, which signals the testes to produce testosterone. It may also reduce oxidative stress and improve blood flow to reproductive organs, both of which support hormonal health. Incorporating ginger into your diet can be as simple as adding it to tea, soups, or stir-fried dishes, or taking it in supplement form. Shellfish, particularly oysters, are another powerful ally for testosterone. They are rich in two nutrients essential for male hormonal health: vitamin D and zinc. Vitamin D deficiency is extremely common, affecting roughly 40% of the population. And this is bad news for testosterone, since the body has receptors for vitamin D in many tissues, including those involved in reproduction. Large-scale studies have demonstrated a clear link between vitamin D status and testosterone levels. Men with sufficient vitamin D tend to have significantly higher testosterone compared to those who are deficient. Seasonal patterns also show that testosterone levels rise during sunny months when vitamin D synthesis from sunlight is higher, and they drop during winter when sunlight exposure is limited. In addition to vitamin D, shellfish are loaded with zinc, a mineral that plays a critical role in testosterone synthesis and overall reproductive health. Zinc deficiency can dramatically lower testosterone, so including foods like oysters, crab, and mussels in your diet can help prevent this. Cruciferous vegetables such as broccoli, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, kale, and cabbage are another group of foods that benefit testosterone, though for a different reason. These vegetables contain a compound called indole 3-carbinol, which helps reduce estrogen levels in the body by blocking aromatase, an enzyme that converts testosterone into estrogen. Men do need some estrogen, but too much can suppress testosterone production. By reducing aromatase activity, cruciferous vegetables help maintain a favorable balance between testosterone and estrogen. They also help the body eliminate estrogen by converting it into less potent forms that can be excreted. These vegetables also contain magnesium, a mineral associated with healthy testosterone levels. Pomegranates have long been linked to fertility, even in ancient cultures, and modern science is uncovering why. They are rich in antioxidants known as polyphenols, which reduce oxidative stress and support overall reproductive health. One study found that drinking pure pomegranate juice daily for 2 weeks increased testosterone by about 24% on average. Pomegranates may also share a mechanism with cruciferous vegetables by helping inhibit aromatase, which means less testosterone is converted to estrogen. A lesser-known but interesting food for testosterone is sorghum, a type of grain. Sorghum influences an enzyme called 5-alpha reductase, which converts some testosterone into dihydrotestosterone, or DHT. DHT is a more potent androgen than testosterone itself and is associated with greater effects on muscle growth, energy, and libido. While DHT has been linked to male pattern baldness, that connection depends largely on genetic sensitivity of hair follicles rather than just DHT levels. For men without a strong family history of baldness, maintaining healthy DHT may be beneficial for strength and mood. Unlike many grains which can inhibit this enzyme and reduce DHT, sorghum was found to increase DHT significantly in one study, outperforming all other grains tested. Caffeine found in coffee is another substance that can positively affect testosterone, especially when combined with exercise. Studies have shown that consuming caffeine before workouts can lead to a noticeable boost in testosterone levels. In one study, athletes who consumed caffeine saw an increase of around 15%, and higher doses correlated with even greater boosts. Since caffeine also enhances workout performance and energy, having coffee before a training session can be a smart strategy, provided it does not interfere with sleep. Sleep is crucial for hormone regulation, and poor sleep can dramatically reduce testosterone levels. So timing your caffeine intake is important. Onions may not seem like a testosterone-boosting food at first glance, but research suggests otherwise. Studies on rodents have shown remarkable increases in testosterone with onion consumption, in some cases over 200% higher than controls. Human research is limited, but one study found that taking onion extract for 4 weeks did result in higher testosterone levels, though not as dramatic as in animals. Onions may help because of their antioxidant properties and their ability to improve nitric oxide and blood flow, which supports overall reproductive health. White button mushrooms, although often overlooked, may also support testosterone by inhibiting aromatase, similar to cruciferous vegetables and pomegranates. While no studies have directly examined their impact on male testosterone levels, research on breast cancer cells shows that white button mushrooms significantly reduce aromatase activity, which could mean they help keep testosterone from being converted to estrogen. Although these foods can support healthy testosterone, Diet alone is not the entire solution. Lifestyle factors such as regular resistance training, adequate sleep, and maintaining a healthy body fat percentage are just as important. Excess body fat increases aromatase activity, leading to higher estrogen and lower testosterone. Similarly, processed foods, poor sleep, and chronic stress can all undermine hormonal health. The best approach is a combination of a nutrient-dense diet, consistent exercise, quality sleep, and stress management. Together, these habits create an environment where testosterone can thrive naturally. When you combine these foods with good lifestyle practices, you not only improve testosterone, but also enhance overall health, energy, and vitality.